Wow, it's Wulzy. Welcome back to another Jump Dash level request video. Today I have to play levels until I send 20 of them to Rob Top. The previous episode was 15 levels. It took around half an hour. Every time I make one of these videos, I clear the forms, so make sure you resubmit using the link in the description if you want a chance for your level to be played. Why is this song 0 megabytes and how is it downloading if it's 0 megabytes? This is a familiar name. 41 creator points, interesting. Let's just get straight into it. Oh wow, these colors are phenomenal straight off the bat. This is really cool. Love the wavy effects and the custom particles it looks like, not just using the particle trigger. Nice little text right there. I can barely see the gameplay, but this is fine. Welcome to what? Finish this sentence. Gosh, dang it. Oh my goodness, this is a cool little corridor. Mind Fantasies. This is super cool. I really like the aesthetic straight away. And I love these little corridors. This is fire. Very unique sounding song here. Is this what 0 megabytes sounds like? Have fun. Oh, well, I'll try if you don't kill me. Is this an 8-star or is it a 9 million star? Like, what? Cannot get a good read of this in the slightest. Okay, here we go. Ooh, that's such a satisfying little section. Oh my goodness. I love these rotating decorations. Normally, I'm very against bottom-heavy sections like this. What on earth? How is this an 8-star, bro? What? Okay, gotcha. Love the color scheme, though. The blocks are very noisy. There's a lot of colors going on, whereas the background is very clear. I feel like it avoids being clustered with its unique composition here, with lots of things chained to the ceiling and open sections, just to give you a bit of a break from the intense decorations. This is cool. Is that... Oh my goodness, this transition is insane. What is with all of these moving blocks that I'm just supposed to know what I'm doing with? Okay, there's a jump indicator. Maybe I am kind of blind. Yeah, this is a demon. I'm not sending this for 8 stars, bro. But this is definitely the first send of the... Dude, I'm just dying! Oh my gosh. This is the most chaotic way I could have started this video, and I have a bunch more levels to play, so we're in for a ride with this one, I think. Dude, just let me through! This level's so good, but I'm getting owned. Oh, this is fire. Oh, this is fire. I love the overlapping deco here. The bushes on the top and bottom look kinda weird, not gonna lie, but I like their movements. This is so bizarre. I feel like I'm lucid dreaming. Mind Fantasies. I guess that's what lucid dreaming's about. I'm giving this a 10-star. I don't know. For the lack of sight readability, I did just put a feature instead of an epic. Okay, moving on. We have Floppy Fish Fortnite. Okay, back down to planet Earth, guys. This video is going to be an hour long by Wulzy, using This Is the Beat by Zobrax, the song I used in my Extreme Demon Redemption arc. Oh my goodness. Dude, it's so weird hearing this song outside of my Extreme Demon. What on earth? Hold on, I was not expecting this to be a level with a name like that. Oh my gosh, these colors are amazing, straight up. Okay, let's just go from the top. I think the colors have been distributed perfectly in this level. Like, there's a nice mix of dark colors and bright colors here. The gameplay is nice and flowy and it works well, and the structure usage is really complementing it here. I can't complain at all. Everything feels nice and curvy instead of just having boxed up gameplay that sends me between ground spikes and stuff. That's a sick transition. I think the colors could do a little more here just to maybe mix it up a little bit. Like, there are a few dark pulses, but I'm looking for some brighter ones that maybe mix up the colors rather than the blocks just staying in their two opposite colors. Like, maybe the hues could be changed, or they could kind of flash or look different, because this is kind of just like I'm going through the same exact design over and over again. But this gameplay is incredible. Here we go. Now here's a nice switch up. I like it a lot. This structuring is really insane. How the blocks kind of stick out at the sides. I just really dig this idea. I haven't really seen it that much. Old ship physics, thank you for the little warning, but I don't actually know the difference. I'm not player pilled, okay? Sorry about that. But this is so neat, dude. I really dig this level. Like, the designs are amazing. This just looks like a super... Wait, what? Oh, that's so clever. You have to hit the green and then go in the green portal. That is the green portal used correctly, dude. It forces you to hit the orb instead of just being able to skip it because you have to be at the right gravity. That's so cool. It's really fun. It's presenting new ideas. Unexpected banger from Wulzy here. Floppy Fish Fortnite. We're going back-to-back sends, which is honestly incredible. I just got a wave for rating that, apparently. I think this is another featured demon, dude. Okay, moving on to Strings by Framer, using Temanite Work. Put in that work. Put in that work. Let's see what we got here. Oh my goodness. Normally I see Temanite songs used in design levels, but this is just completely different. This is a modern level straight away. Love the colors. I like the scaling and the movements. Dude, I swear I'm not just gonna send every level that I get, but this is insane. This deserves it. We got 3 bangers straight away at the start of the video. That's insane. Love this, dude. Really like this vibrating little line. The string! Dude, it's vibrating like a string! The transitions between parts, even if some of the designs are simple like this, it's just so well presented. That's what makes the difference here from it just being a simple level to an absolute modern banger. Look at the camera work here, just shifting us through the wave. I love this so much. This is incredible. So much energy is put through in the camera and the movements here. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of camera though. Hold on. Just shifting me so far across the screen and I have to move my eyes from left to right, which is something I'm definitely not used to doing in a GD level. So this part is inevitably just harder than the rest, unfortunately. And it looks fun as well if I can get it to work. Yes, like this, dude. That's crazy. This level is definitely accomplishing the simple, fast-paced, but attention to detail type of banger rather than like the super overly designed effect piling mess. Like everything is done with a purpose here. Stops it from being messy completely, yeah. I'm gonna set this one for a featured demon too. That's incredible, man. Let's see what the end screen's looking like here. That's such a cool ending. Strings, absolute banger. Absolute banger. This is an epic rating for sure. It's another 10, dude. Oh my goodness. Next up, we have Cosmic Odyssey by Venta Wolves using Hydra by F777. Ooh, really like the space theme at the very beginning. This is super neat. Love all the bright details. The camera framing is really nice. That is a very harsh mini wave transition, but I love the floating details here. That block design looks nice too. Oh my gosh. Hold on, this level might be a banger as well. I like the slow movements on the blocks. These saw blade designs look nice. Everything's just fitting super well together with the foreground and background. Oh my gosh, dude. Crazy wave part. Love this foreground with the little rocks in front of everything. Definitely a very high energy level. What I'd say is maybe the background could move a little bit side to side. Like maybe the stars could have a little bit of depth to them because we've done so well with the foreground and the moving blocks. I just think the background maybe needs a little bit more energy and the saws could be less spammed where there's like no structures, just because I feel like that's making the level feel a little bit more loosely put together when actually it's pretty well made. I like this. We're going through a lot of the same stuff with the rocks and the stars in the background. That's like my main criticism. The gameplay is great, honestly. Just with a couple of changes to how the structures and everything are put out. Like this moving platform, etc. And a couple of energy changes. I think this could be rate worthy, honestly. It's like almost there. Like the aesthetics is super convincing. I just think there could be more done to pull this together without reusing some of the same ideas. Even just some particles in the background to make twinkling stars or something. Oh my goodness, that's a crazy jump. Something to catch my attention more because the background and the rocks do get a little bit stale after that entire time. Absolutely not a bad level. Next up, we have Bebo by Waver Cookie using blast processing by Waterflame. Cool movements as well. Dude, these levels always have some insane little details to them like this. Some of these blocks are moving very close in front of my face. Like that one. Jeez. Makes the timings look way harder than they are, which is pretty nice because it makes you feel good when you go through it. That's a lot of black detail, but that actually looks kind of awesome. I'm digging that. I would just try and stray away from using so many default objects if you want to make this stand out. Ooh, these don't look too bad. I like the 3D that you've used with the glow on top. It looks good. But yeah, the block designs could probably be pushed a little bit further, but the structuring is very nice, I have to say. Love this section with the particles in front. This definitely feels spicier. Love the movement overall. This is a great part. I guess it's just sticking with the default designs, which is nice, but I would just love to see a little bit of experimentation with the designs because what you've put out with the arrows and the particles in sync with each other just feels so good. Just missing a tiny bit of decorative flair. But this looks good. Love the layered ground spikes. You clearly know what you're doing. I just killed myself. Okay, interesting. I can't hate on it. Oh god. I absolutely dig the vast majority of what you put down here. This is really neat. Whoa, these orbs work so well. Whoa, that's nice energy right there with the subtle switch up in the blocks there just to start us off. Okay, that's nice. Using a yellow orb to make a consistent robot jump. Can't say I've had that idea myself before. That's super neat for consistency. You've done well with the gameplay here. I actually quite like the little gimmicks that you've done with the sight read ability. I think it works for what the level is. Makes it stand out in different ways than usual, right? I think a lot of people would like this level, actually. I might send this for a rating. It has the creative juices flowing, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you see the difference that a colorful block design makes? Yeah, this is leveling up towards the end. I just want to see more of this design throughout. I think I'm gonna send this for a rating, because it is actually quite cool. It's an ambitious level that I think's been pulled off pretty well. Whoa, where did this come from? I love this overlay. Stuff like this is what's missing from the rest of the level, in my opinion. Very nice. Let's put a rate only on this. Ooh, we have an NA rated level. I love these. Hue Storm by Duck771 using Everything by Burn Music. Interesting gradients, desaturated colors. They kind of look nice together. This is a nice simple start. I would suggest turning off glow on the spikes just for the object outline here. Kind of reminds me of Dry Out a little bit. I love these colors. You've done well. Ship, okay. Nice movements too. This is neat. Cube, thank you. Nice club step monster. We have a ball here. Definitely very reminiscent of RobTop levels in the structuring. I like these diamond decorations in between, and the arrows look good too. Cool wave with a particle ceiling. This is a neat touch. I would just vary the structures more and add more in between, like saw blades or some extra decoration for the ground, etc. Good stuff. Very chill. Let's go. Wind Rush by Gonixel using Hop by Stiffles and a couple of sound effects. Oh, wow. I immediately saw a particle on that speed changer. Straight into the drop. Whoa. I like this. This is great so far. Massive burst of energy to start the level. So many details that flash on the beat, make the song match the level. Love the coloring overall. Camera work is very good. This is insane. Dude, look at this. This has got so much energy. Feels like a new age Heion or Adial kind of level. You know what I mean? Well, maybe you don't. That's kind of old of me to say. These colors are great. Love the movements overall. Did I just get a coin? What just happened? This is crazy. I barely even know what's going on, but I love it. Love the Soul Blade movements too. This has so much going for it. There's so much to comment on here. Wow, that is a tongy mechanical showdown looking structure. That is awesome. It feels like we get flung into that duel section. Really enjoyed that gameplay there. Wow, only halfway through, but look at the amount of detail that we've got here. We've got backgrounds and particles in the foreground, text that's going in front. A massive change to 2.1 rock deco, but this looks great. Love the match of the pixel background with this section. That's so well done, actually. Oh my. I'd say the 4x speed is quite difficult to play through. Like, the rest of the level is noticeably more sight readable than that one duel section, but not to say that that was bad at all. I just find that the gameplay was harder there. That's like the only complaint I can possibly find. Very good stuff, dude. That camera work was so cool. Seems like this is a level that has recently been finished, but plays so well. Look at that, dude. Camera controls have been absolutely incredible all the way through. Backwards and forwards sections, so well presented. Awesome stuff. I think I'm gonna put this as an epic. This is a 10 epic demon for me. Has so much old GD essence. Well, not old, but like mid 2.0, 2.1-ish. That looks like a level with a Stiffel song, if you know what I mean. Some of the greatest GD times were back then. Let's continue. Frozen Pizza by Microwave using Dune by Cool Kid 720. Ooh, again with the unexpected bangers from interesting names like Frozen Pizza. I love these wavy block designs. Holy crap, that looks sick. Dude, awesome stuff straight away. Love the rotating arrows, except they do point the wrong way, but that's fine. I love this lens flare in the background, how there's like bright glow that lights it up. Same here. Dude, this is sick. Interesting camera controls. A little bit messy with the block structuring, but I actually quite like the vibes here. Feels very miscellaneous. I appreciate that. There's a lot of, I would say, most unique deco here. It's all mishmashed together. The wavy block design is getting slightly repetitive, but I do quite like it. Holy moly, that's a big ball portal. I would say if this varied up a little bit more, I would send it for a featured rating at least, but the fact that it stays the same a lot of the way through and kind of relies on its quirky, question marks and random stuff kind of vibes, plus the fact it's quite short, I'm reluctant to send. I really wanted to send Frozen Pizza, man. That would have been so cool. Holy moly, we have a Mega Nico and Sharaban song. Procedural Infinity by Tamtix. Let's go. Let's see what this level has got going for it. Nice radial blurred intro. Ooh, my face. Oh my goodness, I timed that triple spike perfectly. Oh, this is cute. This is like a hyper 2.2 level, dude. We have like all of the decoration in 2.2 style. This is sick. Love the invert, the gradient triggers, all of the wavy chains that move as we go past. This is neat, dude. I really like the color scheme too. This song is actually a banger. Nice radial blur. This is just a really sick level. Oh my gosh. Was that a death effect or did the level just go inverted there? That was a death effect, most definitely. Holy moly. This level is sick, dude. What is happening? Oh my gosh. What a transition. Radial blur up to the max. We're gonna do it like this. Ooh, we're vertical now. That is a long death, dude. For levels that use custom respawn times, I would say maybe just turn it off for practice mode, because I'm just trying to see where to go, dude. The colors changing when we die is such a unique touch. Love that transition. That was so fire. That's one of the best transitions I have seen in a level request, dude. My goodness. Okay, it does definitely give me a lot of time to recollect and think about why I died, which is cool. Don't die now. Dude, the transitions in this level are unbelievable. Love to see it. This is a fantastic level. Love the use of all of the different features here. The staircase with the red orbs is kind of crazy, not gonna lie. As we're approaching the end of the level, it seemed like we just kind of threw it all together last minute. That'll get it featured, even though it ended at 80%. That's fine. It really do not matter. Ba-boom, ba-boom, bing. Okay, let's play Last Tile by Enlightenment using Last Tile by Commissar. Let's go. Ooh, this looks like an old style level. Lovely color scheme right off the bat. This looks very similar to Electrodynamics, but I dig it. This looks like it's going to be a really solid 1.7? question mark? Styled level. This is super cool. It feels very polished so far. Oh my gosh, we have fakes in it. These colors are fantastic. I love that you've added extra textures to the blocks rather than just leaving it to the basic in-game designs. Okay, the orbs I'm supposed to hit have giant indicators on them. Come on, dude. I can do better than this. Yep, I'm a terrible gamer. Never mind. I was about to say I'm a good gamer, but I'm a terrible gamer. Love the color scheme all around. I'm not sure if it's using player colors, but if it is, it's working super well. Man, this is fun. Big burst of energy, even though you're not using any features that are remotely recent, dude. This is so cool. The gameplay is fantastic. I'm not opposed to sending old school levels like this, dude. I think it's a nice throwback, and I think people appreciate them the same way I do. Love the fact that it takes on a completely different level structure to what Electrodynamics does. A lot of the decoration is completely different, but keeps the exact same style. In a way that I don't actually know how to explain. Whoa, Clutterfunk. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my goodness, dude. It takes like the best aspect of the RobTop levels and adds its own flavor. This is phenomenal. What a fun level to play. Is this XL too? Man, this level deserves its spot. This is super cool. These colors are fantastic. Like, the way all the colors are made is like the object color on the pulse definitely blends in with the background, but that makes the level feel so much more colorful. Makes the pulse so much more effective as well, instead of just making all the colors lighter. You can tell a lot of work has gone into this to make it feel as polished as possible, which is super cool. Oh my goodness, that's so cool! Wow. We have the breakable block section. Oh, gameplay phenomenal. Wow, that is a tough ship section to end. Jeez, you gotta duck down! Nice. I'm sending that. I don't even care, dude. That's fire. 10 star. I think so. Great stuff. Bring back old school levels, bro. Okay, 100 Hex by Carino GD using Trader by Wax Turk. Okay, we're watching the video that is linked on the forum. Straight away, love the colors. I love how the background colors are incorporated inside the blocks here with extra details. I think it does a great job making them feel less flat, while they still have insane contrast with the background, so you can see everything. This gameplay looks super satisfying. I like the sword placements. The structuring is very nice, even if it is a little bit boxy. There are multiple layers to it. The arrows fit nicely in between. It just feels very dynamic, and the gameplay definitely helps here because there are a lot of tricky timings here that use the structures creatively. And I love this line that's over the top of the player. These gradients on top of the blocks and the amount of different colors used on the structures just feels so nice to look at. Very high energy. I like this duel, how one side is visible extremely, and then the other side is not as visible, and it swaps over. That's so cool. That was extremely quick. Nonetheless, that was an incredible level. Not a single flaw to it. Gonna give that an epic demon rating. Next up, we have Crush by Snowy Icicle using Staven's Universe Bloom. Okay, ominous intro. Nice art in the background. Love the colors straight away. How it lights up the entire level with that blending screen over the top. Cool. This is very neat. I love the thick outlines, the smooth movements all around. I like the consistent art style. Clouds in the background too, just building it up and stopping it from just being a flat image on a background. Okay, this part is pretty interesting. I think the borders at the side are kind of needless, and it's an interesting choice to make the ground such a bright color with those really jagged outlines. I feel like it doesn't match the beginning style whatsoever, but we're back to amazing structuring here. Wow, there are so many layers to look at. The love hearts over the swords and everything. Ooh, this looks like a collab of sorts. I appreciate what every single person in this collab put down. Levels seeming to go back and forth. I think the structuring in these kind of sections with the pink just feels very open. There are random saw blades everywhere. I think it feels a little bit loose on that end, but yeah. I really like the parts with the creative 3D, where the structures are a little bit more built up rather than just having a base color and an outline on the top. It also ends completely out of nowhere. I think if I was to send it, I would be sending it based on my first impressions at the very beginning of the level, just because I really like the attention to detail with how many layers there are, how smooth everything moves. The color scheme is also much better here, and I think I'll be sending it for a rating because it does kind of lose steam a bit in some sections. I'll give this a 5 rating. Moving on to Deserted by High and Goodbye using Holy War by Boom Kitty. This is an NA rated banger incoming. Love that intro zooming in from the ground, zooming out from the ground, I should say. I really like this, how we're entering the cave and the screen goes dark. Nice portal. Dude, this has some really creative ideas. I like how it uses the in-game background very well. It does feel a little bit repetitive with the structuring, etc., but I do love the portals and the swinging chains. The camera work is a little bit janky. I would test some different easings here. I like everything you've put down pretty much. It is quite immersive, I have to say. I really dig that idea with the portal especially. Some of these movements are a little bit difficult to see. Like that transition was a little rough going into the swing copter. Otherwise, I'm just trash. Wait, did you increase the gravity? I could not tell until I was like super deep into the pod. So maybe some kind of indicator using like particles or something just to show that we're falling faster. Oh, that's so cool, falling into the neon section with the monsters. You kind of ate this, and I like this transition. Wow, this is sick. Dude, if you could put some more substance to these ideas, I just fell straight out of the level. That looks so funny. Making the gameplay a little bit more clear because I cannot see what's happening when the camera's switching so much. Love how you've used the open world section to your advantage. Dude, it feels so intense. And I love the floating orbs too. I would just focus on bringing the background, like what you did with the pyramids earlier, just a little bit more into the level, and then maybe adding a foreground and background behind the blocks just to build them up a bit. Next up, we have Bianco Phonic Sound by Bianco using Stereophonic Sound by Waterflame. Let's just get straight into it. Ooh, looks like an old style level. This feels so intricately designed. It's very flashy. I would maybe tone down the flashes just a little bit. Just change the opacities a little bit less. But this is a great start. I really like what you put down. Feels kind of old school and new school at the same time because we have these color loops here. Love the glow usage. Love the arrows and stuff. Yeah, this is actually pretty clean. I dig it. Whoa! Love that cloudy structure with the invisible blocks in front. Very cool. Nice little segue here. Let's see what happens at the wave. Ooh, very nice colors, man. I really like this. I think you've done super well to use an old kind of style while bringing in new color schemes and ideas. It's very nice. I like the shake here too. Also, there's like a slight little effect there with the strips that are pulsing. Wow, love the structuring here. This is so energetic. This is neat. Feels very unique overall. You found your own style here for sure. Nice little transition out. And that text transitioning in is super neat. Great vibes all around. Let's go with a 7 feature. Next up, we have Essence by Colosmo using Cove by Waterflame. Okay, let's go. Nice. Very trippy colors here. I dig this. The camera is interesting. There's a slight bulge on the screen too. Cool transition going into a ball. That was very well indicated. Every color on the screen is very bright, and while this does create a pretty visually interesting experience, there is a slight lack of contrast between the blocks and the background. It looks great when the blocks are structured like this. However, in the previous parts here, you see how the blocks are kind of just floating with these tiny little decorations that are holding them to the ground. It just makes the background look kind of awkward and all over the screen, whereas it looks a bit more controlled here. Nice movement. The designs seem very random. That's another thing that I will point out here. And the level does kind of stay the same all the way through, but the colors are great. I really like that. I just think it could go a little bit further to push some more interesting textures rather than mass detail on the blocks, if that makes sense, because it just feels like there's a bunch of random lines and shapes rather than any calculated aesthetic to them, you know? I can't pronounce that. Luminifere by Ficello using cycles. Okay, now I gotta talk for an entire minute without stopping. Let's go. Cool overlapping background with these details, low opacity, dig it. The blocks are super clean. I like the glow too. I really like how the bottom of the screen has the glow and the top does not. It creates a pretty interesting gradient over the entire level. These color loops look fantastic too. I'm a really big fan of how this is displayed. That was the most obvious fake ever. I don't know how I fell for it, and this is super cool. I really like these orb placements. It's making me use my brain, except I'm not using my brain. Very nice colors, and I love the orb decorations too. This is one of the cleanest levels I've seen. Oh my goodness, that is an orb timing if I've ever seen one. Wow. Cool transition with the drums there, and we're going into a very fast... Ooh, dude, this gameplay is interesting. What was I gonna say? Very fast and weathery looking section with this glow on the foreground that's moving extremely fast. It feels like the weather has changed in this section. I've just noticed that the click pattern in this level is to the song, so I have to stop thinking about the gameplay now. I really like how well presented it is with the bright outlines. The glow is pretty strong too, but you can still clearly see everything, and it makes you really focus on what you're actually doing as the player, yeah. It's also just a nice upscaled interpretation of what Cycles is with these portals and good fake placements, dude. Cycles has a lot of these yellow orb fakes, and these portals not flipping sometimes is a great idea. Love the lines between the soul blades. All of this decoration is super creative, and it feels so consistent too. I like how the difficulty increases towards the end too, just like the actual Cycles, because that ending ball part in Cycles is no joke, dude. Maybe it's just because you put my worst game mode here, the spider. One thing I will say is that with all of the white outlines in the level, the black soul blades look a little bit odd in comparison. That's like the one criticism I have, because all of the movements and everything just feels super good. Particles on the top of everything just make this feel so much more intense. I like how it levels up from the particles in the ball towards the end where they get stronger, more intense, more varied. Feels like the level picks up so much from being so chill in the beginning. That was really good. I like it. Epic Demon rating. Okay, Sensing by Cheats on GD using Cradles by Suburban, a song I know very well from No Copyright Sounds here. Okay, nice black and white aesthetic. I like these jump indicators. That's so cool. And the orb orb decorations are nice too. These designs are actually pretty good. I'm just looking to see a little bit more to it, you know what I mean? Some more themed deco around these structures could go a long way. Whoa, those structures give me no chance to see where I'm going. I think I can predict them though, based on up, down. Yeah, that background was poking through the back of some of these blocks here. But I like the energy in the movements. Those arrows are a big help too. That looks like a section from the Impossible game. I like that gradient. This glitch effect is pretty neat too. I would tone it down just a slight bit. Also, that jump is quite difficult to time. There we go. Okay, Fear Walk by D343 using Sismic's Fright March. This is 20 download. This is going to be an NA rated banger, dude. Nice! Lots of energy at the very beginning. Lots of overlapping, rotating, moving details here. These fakes are funny. Dude, oh my goodness. Get over the portal. I quite like these designs with the glow on the top. This glow over the top is pretty interesting as well. I like levels that have interesting details like that make parts of the screen look different. Whoa, go through the green blocks. Well, I'm colorblind. That's not fair. Hold on. Okay, gotcha. Thank goodness that's over. I really like that little bridge with the rainbow aesthetic. I'd like to see a little bit more experimentation with that because these sections are cool, but that one was more visually appealing to me and went further with the designs and stuff. But I do really like the amount of moving details and overlapping decoration pieces that we have that are rotating, moving, overlapping, flipping. I like the speed changes too. Like, it's giving it a lot of energy. And I like those pulses. That's super sick. Oh my gosh. Gameplay is pretty nice too. I just think the designs could be more developed and the level could be more consistent in its visuals. Like, this is something I would be very close to sending for a raid, I think. This has 20 downloads. That's insane, actually. Go check this one out. Yeah, I just think there are a couple of areas that could have a little bit more detail, such as the ground spikes in the very beginning. Just for a better first impression, I think there could be more to it. Also, I would probably just develop some of the rotating objects a bit more, like vary them. Maybe use a particle instead of just a giant scaled up rotating object, because they can look pretty crusty. Like, one of my secrets with effect creating is just trying to make it a little bit harder to figure out what's going on. For that, I tried to like remove details, bring them back, take them away, bring them back, like do something with them. Next up, we have FX by Medades using Faces by Axel. Let's go. That's a sick background. The amount of layers, oh my goodness, this is beautiful. This is very trippy. I like how everything is made of lines so far. And I love the rotations in the background too. That's a super cool aesthetic. These blocks look like barcodes, the ones that are moving, they're lines. Oh, transition where we're flickering. Okay, I kind of like this. I don't know about the layout blocks. I think it would be cooler if there was another design there instead. But I love the gradients that are inverting the level here. That's a funny rotation. Wow. Where am I going? What? Where are the obstacles? Oh, those are the obstacles in the foreground. Whoa! That's trippy. I really like that. This is cool. It's mixing the background and the foreground together and making me lose my sense of reality a little bit. FX, let's see what this last part's like. Ooh, very colorful as opposed to the black and white style. I like this rotating background too. These layered blocks are pretty neat. I just think this could have a little bit more energy and attention to detail around some of the main focal points. Like, for example, in the beginning, if I just go back, like there's a lot in the center of the screen. There's a lot in the blocks, but there's no air decoration. There's no details around the outside. There's no ground spikes. It just focuses on the bigger picture, which I like, but it does make it look slightly underdeveloped, and it's why I'm probably going to send this for a rating rather than something more substantial like a feature. Because there's a lot of work put in, it looks nice, but I would just like to see a little bit more attention to detail. That's what's going to set it apart, that extra bit for me to give it a featured rating here. I keep dying to that. Sure, 4 rating. Next level is Proton Launcher by Multiverse55 using Wonder of Thought by F777. Oh god, it's got a verifier. That's a long load time. Oh, this is about to be insane, isn't it? Oh, no, there's no way I can play this. This is about to be the second video we've watched in this video. Dude, that's a lot of orbs. This is so intense. I love the subtle movements of the blocks and the amount of energy that hitting all of those orbs brings in. I like the glow details on the front. These pulses look amazing, and I like these subtle moving layers here with the ground spikes that shift up. That's a super cool layer to have behind the blocks. It makes such a difference to make this level feel a lot more intense as we go into the drop here. That's such a cool transition. Oh my gosh, the flickering text that radial blurs out. Yeah, this is full of energy. Wow, this is incredible. Look at the amount of detail that this is packed in. Wow, the electric details inside the blocks and the transitions, they just change the blocks that split second, but it pays off so much. Look at this transition going red. Like, look how much there is to it. The lightning is changing color. The soul blades are also attached with their own kind of color change. This is so cool. There's like a subtle particle layer on front. There's a layer that moves up into the center of the screen to put all of your attention there. Same as the borders on the sides here. These colors look amazing. The transitions are so well in touch too. I really like this because you need to be able to sight read going through the ship. You can see the portal, and then there's just a white layer that goes over the top, and in an instant, it's gone. Like, it brings itself together and introduces the new parts so quickly. Just with a radial blur to tie it all together. That is subtitles. That is not the video speed. Thank you. Like, in motion, it's just barely noticeable at all, but it switches the entire vibe. It's very cool. I love the amount of moving decorations here. It's just so cool. Builds its energy so well. And I like the color switches. They feel well in tune with the song. Everything is just very carefully crafted here, and I really like how it's focused on its progression so well here. This wave part's super cool at the end. That was just such a ride, dude. Look at the energy in this section specifically. Moving so far with the cube just sends the screen so far up and down. I might even send this for legendary. There's so much to look at. There we go. Let's go. Rob Top's Socks by the Wave GD using Ultimate Destruction. 20 sound effect. What am I getting myself into here? Whoa. Attempt 0. That's a cool beginning. Wait, this is fire. Hold on. This feels like a development of explorers with these arrows and stuff. I think it's super cool how, because the bricks have so many tiny little blocks to them, that all of the decoration in the level is very well built up too. It just makes such a convincing environment here. I really dig it. The camera movements are very smooth too. Nice. We're going through pipes. I like that lens circle there. Moving through into a swing copter. This is really cool. The swinging details. Man, we have like lightning flashes in the background. That's so sick. Moving objects, making this part feel absolutely huge. And the lava at the bottom, just making use of that camera zoom out to add as much detail as possible without making it feel clustered. It's just such a convincing experience going through here. Now we have a chamber that's going back and forth. This is a prime 2.2 level, dude. I'm not gonna lie. This is really awesome. It's hard to time this jump going into the purple orb right there. Like, I can barely see where I am. I just appear out of nowhere. I guess there is a pulse just to show that I'm going out of there, but that's like the least sight readable part of the level so far. At least with these jumps down here, I have a bit of a chance to see where I'm going. But yeah, I just felt like I could barely see what was going on for a sec. All of the block choices are really good so far though. I just think we should stop using green portals for no reason and use them for a purpose rather than just putting them anytime there's a gravity switch. This part looks incredible. Look at the colors here. I'm going back, dude. I'm going back. This is super sick. With the teleporters, I could see everything that was going on. These block designs look incredible. I love how the rocks match the fire deco just to make it feel a bit more like a cave. And then this part with bricks and the blocks. Oh my goodness. It's just so convincing. I really like this. This has got so much going for it, man. The gameplay is actually super good. We smoothly transition into this chamber where there are a lot of light shafts and lots of shiny details towards the bottom. Super cool level. Using Ultimate Destruction to its fullest. Love how the objects and groups are displayed here. Wow. What a cool level. I'm going to send that for an epic. Absolutely. 8, 9, 8. I think 8. Zenith by Lidog32 using Dream Flower. Okay, this is ambitious. Using the Dream Flower song. Let's go. Flash warning. That's a good sign. I think I just accidentally activated Ultra Low Detail mode. Of course I did, because why wouldn't I? Looks very nice. I like the glitch effects over the top. And those little rippling effects over the top of the screen that light up the level. Wow. This space background's super sick. This foreground is very nicely done. I can just about see the level behind it. There's a lot of detail in this robot section. There's a lot of foreground effects, a lot of background effects, and I would love to see it all a little bit more clearly just by having a little bit less brightness in some of the effects that are over the top of the screen here, because it just looks so good all together. Like, these colors are amazing, but I just think they could be tuned a little bit more just to make it a bit cleaner. You know what I mean? Wow. Okay, there's a lot of energy. This is sick. This is fantastic, actually. The circular blocks that are rotating definitely help capture the energy in the song here. Dude, the dash orbs as well. Very cool. I just think that a lot of the colors do blend together in sections like these. I feel as if this level's just learning because there's a lot of orbs and it does flow well together once you know where everything is. Like, look, I can go through the level perfectly fine once I've actually practiced a little bit. This swirling decoration matches so well with the particles in the level and the clouds too. Final stretch. Okay, whoa, that's a lot going on. Okay, my first observation is just why are there so many portals spammed here that's reducing the visibility when the camera controls can be changed? Makes it a bit frustrating to play. I think this level could probably take a slight step back at times and just focus on the visibility instead of spamming jump indicators everywhere. I think it would be a little bit more clear if there were just less things to look at once. Focus on emphasizing the important parts of the gameplay, because these orbs are kind of just buried into the rest. I don't know. And the camera is just kind of janky here. I would much prefer if this was an open, free-flying section rather than a section with gameplay borders, etc. Like, this is kind of insane. It's a shame because I think you've done some great stuff visually, but it's just so hard to get through here because there's so many camera shakes and overlays that just blind me from the actual structures. I think because of the playability aspect, I might just send this for a rating rather than a feature. I like this end screen. I'm just going to talk over the top of it. I would normally send levels of this caliber for a feature, however that gameplay did not really feel like it worked very well, and the structures kind of felt like they were just slapped on as an afterthought just to kind of shape around roughly where you need to go. But in the midst of it, the camera is going everywhere, there are a lot of shake effects, there are so many foreground details that the gameplay just feels like it was not cared for in the slightest. And I just think this kind of level with the decoration, thank you for the dedication by the way, would work so much better if there was a bit more synergy between what I was actually playing and what the level was trying to look like, because the blocks looked fantastic. I would just prefer if they were in smaller doses in ways that I could read the level a bit better rather than just having to blindly guess which orb I'm pressing, which portal I'm going through, where the camera's gonna go. Here's what I'll give it. Moving on to Awesome Sauce by Twigsy using Sampling Revolver by Camellia. That portal was pixelated at the beginning. Oh my goodness, the saw blades are disappearing in front of my face. This is cool. I like this gimmick, how we're going inside of circles and we have to fly through sections of gears that have X's over them. I like that for the gameplay. Feels very dynamic having everything rotating too. This is sick. This song. Okay, love the visuals here. I like that the background and the blocks have their own precise colors. I think it's neat. Okay, I think I may have to watch a video because there's a lot going on gameplay-wise. I'm hopeful for this one. This is really sick. I like this to start off with. It's very simple. It puts its energy in good places. I really like these moving structures too. This song is really funny to me. I don't know why. These backgrounds that have very subtle layers to them. Ooh, hold on. Oh, this is sick, dude. The rainbow gradient. The block designs are so simple, but the way that they're incorporated in the level looks super nice. I like these layers and everything. There's so much energy in the gameplay. Whoa, are you stacking the balls on top of each other? I like the layers to transition us too. Okay, this is the coolest looking part in the level so far, just because of how that background is structured with the different layers. It feels like we're going so fast at this point. And the camera work is super cool. Look at this. I'd call this an absolute masterclass in like high energy modern. Everything is super readable. It's really flashy at the same time. There are a lot of cool details with the camera zooms and the particles over the top and the rotating foreground. It does get slightly repetitive, but I think the energy in the gameplay and the different effects used to break it up definitely make a difference here. Like, look, there are sections where to end the drop, for example, we're zooming in, we're going a lot faster. There are speed changes. There are layers moving. Like, there's a lot to this. That part looks so sick as well. Let's give this a 10 epic? I think epic. It's really unique. Flicker by X Taser. Okay, I gotta check out the video because I was having a little bit of trouble sight reading this level, but this looks super cool. I like how there's one big block here and then there are smaller blocks around the outside with saw blades and stuff. It's just a more interesting composition than normal. There was no way I was going to be able to sight read all of the different pathways here. I love the sepia, I love the chains, the saw blades look good, and I really like the energy that this is building up. I see some electricity, the radial blur, the screen changing, and this wave section is super cool too. I think the block could be a little bit more flashy with more frequent color changes to match the song. However, we have some super cool gameplay pathing and some effects over the top that make up for it a lot. I love the designs here, how it goes into a smoother block design that has the glowy sections inside. It just looks really neat. And those glitch effects are sick too. Oh yeah, this is it, dude. I really like the energy in this wave section. It feels very unique as well. I think that's because of how you've structured it so well. But the transitions where the blocks just light up ever so slightly, having blocks with outlines versus blocks without outlines, I guess can kind of just look pretty awkward. Like these structures with the outlines simply just there kind of don't fit in with the rest. But yeah, this is super solid. I'm likely going to be sending this for a featured demon. This is really cool. Continuing with the shaders over the top, going back to the original style at the beginning. I think some of these designs are pretty similar to the ones in the beginning, and it's losing a little bit of energy towards the end, reusing the sepia and stuff. But I think this is going to be a featured demon just because of how consistent it feels. I'm going to send this for a featured demon. Thunderstorm by TRO5. Okay, let's see what this is all about. Wow, these colors are fantastic straight away. Love the glow usage. I love the difference in the pink and the green. This is such a cool color combo to go with. The death effect makes it go sepia. The gravity here is cool. That glow is so subtle and effective. Oh, wow. Dude, this gameplay is amazing. We have little bumper blocks inside here. Love the atmosphere with the foreground and the background. I think there's a subtle sound effect over the top. This is super cool. Oh, but this is neat. I love this section. That was probably the most obvious fake that I've ever clicked on. That's kind of insane. There's a platform rising with us, and it's making making me think about which orbs I'm going to be hitting and which ones I'm not going to be hitting. That gameplay was amazing. Dude, perfect easy demon gameplay. I love the subtle structuring here, how it's mainly within these cloudy looking objects, but you have the simple objects that just stick out every so often and just give the part a little bit more of a break. Vary it that little bit extra. And the background opens up there with a super cool moon section. This feels quite similar to one of Audiovisual's levels. I don't remember the name exactly, but it's unique enough for sure. My favorite designs were in the beginning though, I have to say, with that subtle green color scheme. That's a slope. I wasn't entirely sure what I was looking at, but now that I know, it's fine and sight readable. This part has a lot of layers. It's a little bit more difficult to read than the rest of the level, I will be honest, but it is still very cool. It's still very playable. I'm a big fan of this level, to be honest. I think I'm going to give this an epic rating if it keeps up the energy in the same way that it has. That's a slightly unfair transition, but other than that, this level's kind of cooking. Love these particles over the top. Just like a subtle glow to show me where to go as the wave. That's a cool ball corridor. Yeah, this level's solid. I really like it. The song fits in super well as well. That's a nice end screen. Yep, this is an epic demon. Moving on to Distorted Disco by AlexAlex2323. Whoa, it's Wulzy. Epilepsy warning. Okay, good to know again. I like this radial blur. This glitch effect is cool with the different layer behind. These colors are very neat. I like the energy so far. This is very well presented. Yeah, this goes hard. I really like the sync here. The soul blades kind of flashing around. It's just such a cool vibe. Everything's very saturated, I have to point out. Whoops, I just skipped some of the gameplay. I ended up dying for it. Let me just do that normally. Thank you. It said party in text there. Okay, yeah, this is fantastic. I love the tones of gray here. It makes the colors actually pop out when the previous parts felt like they were maybe a little bit too colorful. This goes so hard, how the radial blur is going and coming back. Wow, actual good use of a checkerboard. Interesting. This is such a good level. Dude, I love how the layers shine inside the blocks with that mask that you've put down. We have a super chill section here. Yo, great use of the song. The progression in this level is extremely strong. I like this section where we're rising in the portals. Okay, screen zoom out. These colors are a little bit less effective than the section with the grays in them. But I think the amount of decoration with different colors, such as the little black details over the top, really save this from getting a bit too messy for me. Ooh, double wave going through that duel for a second. This is crazy. I can barely tell what's going on in this section, not gonna lie. But yeah, the foreground is really neat. Designs are simple but effective, and I like that about it. Thanks for playing. Nice. It's another demon feature. Oh my gosh, so many demons. Have I sent anything that's not a demon? I probably have. There's been like 19 sends. Hollowness by Rip Merg using Creo Endless. Let's go. That's a decent load time. Ooh, this level's gonna be jam-packed. I already know it. Very nice textures to start off with. Again, with these crazy block designs, with a lot of different blocks that work pretty well together. And the colors are very interesting, which definitely helps for that. I like this little wavy background too. It's a good touch. Whoa, okay. I just went straight down because I expected a different transition. Great design. Love the composition of this part with the wavy lines to put the structures into the ground. I like the circles that are going around everything and the stars in the ceiling. It's really interesting having a different ground to the ceiling, and that's something that I'm trying to push a little bit more. So it just creates like a unique looking level rather than a level that's kind of zoned in and too tunnely. Cool flickers here. I dig the design once again. What's gonna happen for the drop? Oh, is it gonna end on the drop? I really hope not. Please! It's gonna do something, isn't it? Oh, there is a drop! Let's go! Oh, I just got completely baited. Well, that structure was kind of crazy. But yeah, love the textures in this level. Super cool designs all around. Good use of shaders, and the colors are nice. Very cool. Ends kind of randomly, but it's fine. That is send number 20. I think that's a 5-star if I have to be honest. Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you so much for watching this Geometry Dash level request video. I feel like I've been recording for ages. Check the links in the description, leave a like and subscribe, and have a good day.